what I was going to say earlier was, did you see the Twitch streamer that got banned for ear eating?
When I was giving fellatio, simulating fellatio to the mic, is that what got you thinking about it?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I'm sure it was good.
Because that's exactly what she did. No joke. It
Really?
it showed up. There's that website. I don't know. It's like Dextero or something like that. Or
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's always like my first in my Google news stories.
Oh yeah, it's up there for me too.
And it's like Twitch streamer ASMR artist gets banned from Twitch, and I'm always like, those girls are so lucky when they get those articles written about them, because it's like the best thing that could happen to them. But anyway, she was like. Then I watched the video. I gotta show it to you after this. I don't like.
You're literally the only man who reads that story and goes, "That girl's so lucky that happened to her."
Oh, because now I know about her.
The Google algorithm doesn't want you to have that reaction. It expects you to be like, "That hoe bag."
No,
I don't know what it
she's
thinks.
so lucky.
She is so lucky. I wish that would happen to Maddy.
I wish Maddy would get banned from something.
I tell her to fillet the mic.
Yeah.
She never does it. She doesn't care.
Although I did forget her name, but it was the first time I ever heard of her. But basically, she had the 3DO.
I'm gonna cry.
She had the 3DO and had the ear like fully in her mouth, and she was basically just going back and forth in her mouth, and she would just sit there going. And I was crying laughing at this clip. I was like, oh my God.
Why did you not send that to me?
I don't know, but she also she does she streams on like Facebook or YouTube Grand Theft Auto or something like that. So like
nice.
I don't think she cared, but it was still kind of funny.
She's fine.
But...
she spreads it around. Oh, I'm dead. That's amazing. I want to see that.
Anyway, welcome.
If it were me, I would have chosen a Yeti. But to each blowing their own.
Don't act like you can put a Yeti. Oh man, what a day. What a long day. We're filming this Sunday night after the Super Bowl.
Mr. Syke's gonna shank me if I yawn, but man, it was long. It was a long weekend.
Yeah, it was. It was a long weekend full of sleepovers and
birthday parties and
making pancakes in the morning for a bunch of kids.
I did. Mr. Syke yesterday was like, "You're such a suburban mom."
Remember Maddie's hot mom that made us pancakes when we were in elementary school?
You'll never believe what she got banned for. I just got a Dextero article. I feel like it's not Dextero. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like DEXTRO or TERO or something like that. Yeah, I'll have to look it up.
It's always up there for me too. If anyone gets banned on Twitch, any female, Google knows that I want to know. I do. I love it. And usually I'm like, that's not fair.
It's got an article written about her. That's how you get verified.
Not like that. I'm like, she was just body painting. That's artistic.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah,
but I'm very like, do whatever you want with your body. You're not hurting anyone, obviously. And then people to me are like,
yeah,
you are hurting us.
Yeah, you're hurting.
You are hurting us with your lack
I was
of
thinking about that because you currently have a video kind of going. Your last video is doing really well on YouTube. I don't know what the terms are of going viral or what constitutes viralness.
Oddly,
but I mean, it's doing really well.
For TikTok,
500,000
the numbers
views.
are, but yeah, for YouTube, I don't.
Yeah, 500,000 views in
know.
2 days. So I mean, that's way above what you normally do. Put it that way. But whenever you, I'm sure it's for every single YouTuber, but whenever you get a video that goes like that, it gets introduced to people outside of your realm. So it gets introduced to the I call them fucking idiots because I have to read their comments, but it's not all of them. I know it's just a small percentage of them. I just like to complain.
Noobs.
Yeah. But I was thinking about this.
Soon to be converted.
Yeah, right. I was thinking about this today of like the people that see you. Okay, so the thumbnail was. I looked at it. I'm like, is this a little racy? It looks worse than it is. It's just like a weird lighting. You've wore that shirt before, you know, and then you don't wear a bra because you're a woman. And you're not forced to wear a bra. Like, who gives a shit? But the amount of people that come in that like you don't have to live your life like being like open to sexual things or sexualized things, like, you know, kind of like we are in our house, like, and you know, with us, like Like if we see a girl with no bra, hey, good for you.
Yeah.
Like, thanks, or whatever. But to go on to like, so if you think opposite of that, why do you go on to like a video like yours then and just complain? Just like, don't watch it. It's so simple.
Yeah.
It'd be like me going into like a church group that's like really, really conservative and everybody's in turtlenecks and like opening the door and being like, show some cleavage, losers. Like it doesn't make any sense.
You can live your whole life in a turtleneck.
Yeah, you can live your whole life in a turtleneck, you stupid nerd. Like obviously that's something that I would never do, because I don't think, to each their own. That's what they do. That's totally fine. But for somebody to come on your video that's so like pretentious about it, and it's just like, all right, you don't like it, just shut the fuck up and go watch what you want to watch. Doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't compute.
It doesn't make sense to me either. I know I've heard other people talk about what a double-edged sword, if you will, that it is when something pops off, because it exposes you to new people. You pick up some subscribers. You
make money off of it.
But then there are tons of people who didn't necessarily want to see that, but they did, because the YouTube algorithm knows everything you want to see.
That algorithm knows people better than they know themselves.
Fighting against their own nature.
Yeah.
Pardon. Sorry.
Do you have your wine?
I haven't drank my full gallon today.
It's a black lung pop.
I lost my train of thought. I know
what you're just talking about. Yeah,
Zoolander joke.
The algorithm is obviously showing it to them for a reason. Well, one of two reasons: A, they really like it, or B, the YouTube algorithm knows that they're going to hate watch it, and then comment and engage and all that kind of stuff.
Delight themselves going through your comments.
That's a huge problem. Do you think that's a huge problem with algorithms? Like on a grand societal,
like how much it pushes hate watching on people.
Yeah, like how it puts people in bad moods. I mean, there was literally like a Facebook team that was, and it was like they got busted for it years ago, that they did like an experiment of like taking a certain amount of people and only pushing bad news to them to see how like,
and they stayed longer.
Yeah,
and people will stay.
People
will watch my whole video only to
you had
enjoy the negativity.
Yeah, you did like kind of like a little social experiment like a year and a half, 2 years ago on one of your videos, that where you pinned like just a really shitty comment. And I remember reading the comments below. Like there was some like really nice people like, oh man, I don't want to read the bad comments or whatever. And you apologize like, sorry, I'm just testing something out. But as soon as you pinned that bad comment, like the views just like, if you look on the analytics, the views just started going way up because so many people were commenting on that and arguing back and forth.
Oh yeah, there are people that don't moderate their comments at all because they know you get those views just from people that want to read just pure hate that other people have spewed, which is icky. And majority of the time I, or mostly you, thank you Mr. Syke for shielding me from the world, will go through and just delete the nasty ones, because that's not the purpose of me putting content out. I want to relax people and make like a nice, friendly, loving space. So I
had a weird burp.
Oh
yeah, no, I agree with you. I always wonder if those people know, because no, I mean, really, the only place we really talk about like where I just delete bad comments or I moderate it, and they're, if anybody hears any licking, that's our dog in the background, the big one. So, like.
If people are aware that their comment is gone, is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, or it just never gets seen. Like it literally never gets seen. It gets auto-filtered, and then I'll just go through the auto-filter ones and delete them or approve them.
Yeah, most things that are really vile or like really hateful are auto-modded anyway.
Yeah, auto-modded anyway. Nobody sees them.
It's like a week until one of us is like, oh, let's just... But you never see anyone complain, I guess.
There's some people that know how YouTube's thing works, because what happens is, I mean, you can always look it up. You can see the comment. If you're logged in under your name, you can see your comment. If it's been deleted, it's still there for you, but just nobody else. So you're like, these people are just dummies. They think that their thing is there getting no likes or whatever, you know. But I just always wonder if the people ever know that it's just some like dumb middle-aged dude in middle America is the only person that saw their stupid comment. And again, I'm just like, all right, you're an idiot. Who cares? Like Nobody cares about your opinion. It didn't make it to anybody. Nobody saw it. You know, nobody saw them call you a whore.
Giving them satisfaction. It's not the way they should spend their time, but it's also not for me to tell anyone what to do to improve their situation.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. People spend their time, whatever. Like, what do you think about people that spend their time, like the specific commenters, like, I just came for the comment section. What do you think about people like that? I mean, is that a good form of entertainment?
I mean, I don't know. We're so saturated with things that we can watch and read and do. Like,
that's what I think.
It's flattering that they feel there's a big enough shit show going on and something I created. Like, damn, there's a new season of Ozark.
I'm going to Maddy's comments.
I'm gonna scroll. All right.
Yeah. I don't care about Ruth Langmore.
Suck it, Jason Bateman.
Suck it, Bateman. Maddy's comment section is much more entertaining.
The content now. I don't know how I feel about that. I was gonna circle back and say, like, well after the video posted, you said to me like, "Oh, I think that's a little racy of a thumbnail," and I don't. I mean,
you didn't think
we
so.
do everything ourselves, which maybe someone should take the reins from us. But I like make the video, edit the video, do like pull thumbnails, and I was just like, oh, I feel like that's like nice. Like, it's so tame. And I can remember it happening like maybe 3 other specific times where the video just all of a sudden flies, and I'm like, oh, I guess that was like, I guess everyone knows it wasn't wearing a bra.
You know what you're doing.
Just the content that I enjoy all my content. Whatever. I'm going to go on a weird tangent here and I'll try to back it up.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Fly,
go. Just fly.
What speaks to me more is like the more sensual content or things like on OnlyFans, Fansly, ManyVids.
Yeah.
That occupies probably more of my brain space and there's more planning in that. And then I'll just do like, oh, just an unintelligible YouTube video. This is such a nice video. I'm wearing a thermal. And it's like so tame compared to what occupies most of my time in editing and production, that I just don't.
You don't see it as anything anything bad. Yeah,
I'm like, I wore that shirt to the grocery store the other day. I've got a whole new frame of reference for what I should and shouldn't wear.
I wonder if the 20% of people that dislike this video were like the 20% of the people in the grocery store. Like, if you ran into it.
Do you go to Kroger?
Yeah. They were like, oh no.
Did I personally impact your day?
Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, whenever I see one like going off, I go in the comments, I'm like, uh-oh. And I'll see the comments and then I'll go check like the numbers analytics, and I'm just like, oh, as soon as I see, because mostly they're just your fans and they're just like cool people, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're just to me, your fans are I don't know, they're just nice. The girls are nice, the guys are nice. As soon as I see like within the first like 8-10 hours, if I go in there just to wipe out some of the bad comments, like if there's tons, I go, oh well, this video's doing good. Because it's breached the circle of Maddy and it's out in the realm now.
I say, oh no.
I know.
And I like count the days until I post a new video. Because I just don't like the hate fire raining down.
Yeah.
But
if you can get the one done tonight, you have like a little life update one coming out, right?
I do, yeah.
Little studio update.
Tomorrow. I shot it a while ago.
Did you talk about your candy company again in that one or no?
No, I'll put a little candy company promo at the front. But I shot that one like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago before we launched, and I was trying to keep it hush hush. Nice. I might have kept it a little too hush hush because I had a lot of people that I talk with and DM back and forth with regularly that were totally taken by surprise.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
About what? About the fact that you like started a CBD company, or just like they were taken by surprise, like they didn't think that you were into that stuff or whatever?
No, I'm pretty open about it. I use it every day. I think the fact that that I had been working that hard behind the scenes on something unrelated.
I gotcha. Yeah, you do a lot more of that than I do. But the caramel, and so I kind of like the drink. You'll do a lot of the drink sometimes, but the caramels, even when I tried them, I was like, these are good. I was expecting them to taste like not the first time we did it, you know what I mean? I don't know why I was just expecting CBD to have some kind of flavor, because I said that's more your world. I'm more of the liquor, beer, you know, the type
no, CBD really doesn't.
yeah.
What the little tinge it has, I think, is really pleasant when you
Yeah.
get like the pure distillate, but I won't ramble. But yeah, I'm so proud. The candies taste awesome.
Yeah.
It's been like a huge labor of love.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even a huge caramel guy, but the sea salted caramel somehow gets me, you know? I'm mostly a chocolate guy, chocolate peanut butter type stuff. But yeah, sea salted caramel's good. I was like, dang.
I think those are in the works. The next flavor is going to be a bourbon brittle, which is so yummy.
That's more up your, I mean, I guess I'm a bourbon guy, but you're more of a bourbon girl than I am guy.
Yeah, I'm curious.
We're exact opposite. I'm like, oh, vodka and soda. Oh, really?
The amount of times that our drinks have gotten delivered and they've just given me Mr. Syke's drink.
Like, here's your Tito's and soda, ma'am, and sir, here's your Blanton's neat. And I'm like, thank you very much. I'm very sophisticated. And then as soon as they go away, we switch them around. I'm like, yeah, thank you. As I got older, like, I love the taste, and I mean, just something about a beer and a whiskey or anything like that. It's so good. It just brings back so many memories. But now it's like I'll wake up in the middle of the night, my mouth will be like stuck together, like so dry, and I'm like, oh, I'm so dehydrated. This is the only thing that like can do the job right now and still keep me hydrated. So like when I wake up, I'm like, all right, I can go to the gym.
Yeah. You take it like a champ too.
That's not how you say that.
My husband takes it like a champ.
Don't say that.
I don't know. It sounded pretty good.
I think you should say you can hold your own.
Try it on for size.
You can hold your own when you take it.
You can really hold your sissy water.
I know. Whatever. I'll. You know what? One of my buddies in Scotland always is it like he always got made fun of because he doesn't drink any like bourbon or whatever, you know, and he would order like, I don't even want to call them girl drinks, but he would order like pina coladas and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he had that attitude of like, he was like, whatever gets you drunk, who gives a shit.
Yeah, I love it. I know. I remember going out with them back in the day and him ordering like a strawberry margarita.
It's when the great line, I always say it, when the guy in the bar, somebody ordered him some whiskey and like maybe some Irish whiskey or whatever when they were over and back home, and he asked the bartender to put a little water in it, and the guy grabbed the bartender's hand or whoever, and he looked at him, he goes, "The only thing you put in whiskey is more whiskey." And then he made him drink it without water.
Oh, people are men over there. Men are men.
Men of men you men of men in the UK, and you're drinking. I give you props with that.
Good God.
I know. That was good. But yeah, the candy company is good. It seems like people are super happy with it. The one time I took it,
the box thought I was gonna like position it somewhere, but it's so beautiful.
It is an awesome box.
Seriously, went through so many iterations, like on the logo and the box and everything, and it's just glorious. I'm very proud.
I slept better. Like, and again, I don't do that stuff.
Do you want to tap on it?
Can I do ASMR?
You do ASMR to me all the time, and I'm delighted.
Unintentional.
With it. Unintentional.
Yeah, I might take one tonight.
You
just so I get sleep, because
someone's
someone's waking up early for Valentine's Day tomorrow.
I know.
It's such a special day in this household.
Mr. Syke giving me the only thing I truly want.
It's a Hallmark created holiday. All right, let's just get this out there.
On this episode of The Cast, Mr. Syke goes on a 40-minute tirade.
Did you get your flowers today?
No, I might go get them tomorrow.
Nice.
I'm second guessing because I feel like it's going to be really busy. And I don't want to take any flowers away from the boyfriends that
people
really
that deserve them.
The boyfriends who won't get laid without them.
Yeah.
You need this more than me.
Go Go fly away, my son. Fly.
Go
with your
little
flowers.
rock star.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll wake up early tomorrow. But if I take one of those, it'll probably knock me out, and I'll sleep good. It sounds weird to like when I did it. Like normally I'll drink like 4 drinks, or 4 of my drinks, which is probably like 9 or 10 of like at a bar. You don't get a body like this by pouring pouring normal ounces into your thing. Yeah, but like if like 1 glass of wine and one of those gummies, not gummies, caramels. You say caramel or caramel?
I say caramel.
Do you?
Do you say caramel?
No, some of the southern people down here go caramel. Nothing wrong. I was just curious if you said it. But you take 1 caramel and like just take it like a half a glass of wine or whatever. And man, I slept like a baby. Like a baby. Like I wanted to jump in a sink and get bathed afterwards. Like,
I just wanted to swaddle you up.
Just want to sleep in my little swaddle. Yeah, I dig it. I wish more people would think about doing stuff like that. Maybe CBD is not the best thing for them. You're looking to do Delta 8 soon too.
Yeah. I think
that's one thing. I've never liked like the feeling of getting high. And I know other people do. It's just to each their own or whatever. But man, these people doing the Delta 8, they come back and they're like, that is the greatest stuff I ever did.
Oh yeah.
Because they usually have reactions, right?
We have a friend that has like changed their life, like changed everything for them. Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. But yeah, those caramels with Delta 8, I'd probably definitely do one.
Would you?
Yeah, because it's legal here,
We went through every different. I'm more saying this for the cast and you, because
Oh, okay.
like every day. But we went through every different iteration of like how many milligrams, what the different size and formulation should be, tried different oils, yada yada. And then we also were sampling Delta 8 distillate, and from like the test batch of the Delta 8 caramels, I took one after the kids were in bed, sat on the couch for like 3 hours. I've never been so zoned out.
That's
ever
awesome.
In my life. It was amazing.
Well, I think it'll be good to have both. If you have the Delta 8 for people that like just they want to get a buzz, like, hey, I don't want to drink, I don't want to mess up my liver, I'll just do the Delta 8. Which Delta 8, if like basically
it's essentially THC. It's
it's because normal THC that people like do like that where it's illegal and stuff in states, that's Delta 9. Delta 8 is just another form from the same plant, and they synthesize where they have to add stuff to it to make more of it because there's not a whole lot or something like that. But anyway, it's pretty good. But so the Delta 8 caramels will be nice along with these. And then possibly the Delta 8 bourbon brittle. So you got a long way to go with And there's people like I hop in, and we have other friends that help out that are involved too. And you're gonna have to see the thing that like I think the thing that people don't get, like especially when it comes, because all this stuff is so new with the CBD candies and stuff like that, is that like nobody knows where they're made. You actually got a candy maker here in town who sells nationwide. He runs an artisan. His machines are like 200 years old, where he makes his chocolates.
He has these massive displays in Whole Foods. Like, this is legit delicious candy.
Yeah, and you got every big box, and you got him to make your caramels, which speaks a lot. Like, these aren't just like kitchen made or just like, oh, like you throw it off to the whoever can make these. These are made like in a place that sells candy nationwide. And it's like I hate to use the word artisan so much, but it is such good stuff. Like you're saying artisanal a lot. Artisanal? It comes from you.
I feel like your jeans aren't skinny enough for how much you're saying artisan.
Got the boots.
I love it. Yeah, no.
So you should do a tour of the little factory.
Yes, I think hopefully this next week I'll be able to get there and do a little video and take some pictures and.
I actually had. I didn't tell you this because we're at the bar the other night, and he was there, and he goes, we actually want Maddy to come down and make a batch and video
cool.
it, which would be kind of cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so you're gonna go down and make a batch apparently.
I dig
Look for that.
I'm super excited.
Yeah,
it's fun. There's so much to do with it, and I'm so proud of the product, and I use the product every day.
Yeah.
So
well, it's
gonna be slow. I think education as well. Not necessarily slow because it's already selling, which is awesome.
It's going good.
It's going really well. But I think there are people that could really benefit, that would really enjoy the experience
and maybe
the
scared to get into it because
it's a little
they're
too close to THC for them, or they think it's going to be psychoactive, which it's not. I think it's just going to be like reiterating.
You do a good job, and that's what I was kind of getting into earlier. You do a good job of like using a bunch of different things, like what you have one glass of wine, you have like a CBD drink or one of your caramels or something like that, and then you'll read a book or you'll listen to ASMR. Like you have like this arsenal of things that make you calm, and some people just stick to one thing, which I find just weird. Like how like nope, I'll only do this, whether it's I'll only do ASMR or only do CBD or only do like if you're feeling blah, or you need to rest, relax, or whatever, get an army to take it on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like listen to some ASMR, or like before you do the ASMR, pop a caramel, right? You get that caramel and it gives you that just smooth, calm feeling. Listen to some ASMR. And if you're old enough, pour a little half glass of wine. You won't wake up until your alarm goes off in the morning.
Out.
And that I'm a firm believer in sleep, I sleep with the whatchamacallit, a CPAP, like sleep apnea. And I never felt like prior to that. I don't like they said I was waking up once a minute, right? But that's when I slept on my back when I did the sleep study, and I never slept on my back, which is horrible for me because I still have my tonsils. Like I have a skinny throat.
Do you?
I do, apparently. That's what they say, and that's what also the doctor said.
Not what I heard.
But yeah, but long story short, I go through this whole process of like figuring out I have sleep apnea or whatever. But prior to that, like I had body pains. Like it was like I was chasing pains all over my body, getting MRIs, and what it kind of turned out to be is like I wasn't getting enough sleep, so my body was never recharging,
and you were constantly in a stress response.
And I was in a stressed, anxious state when I was awake. So like that fight or flight feeling that I was having with anxiety and stuff like that, it was just draining all that from me, and it could never replenish it because I wasn't getting sleep. So like all those body pains and stuff did not go away until I got an actual CPAP and got diagnosed with sleep apnea. That being said, that's what, going back to like the caramels and anything that makes you relax and sleep and stuff like that, like if you can get that 6, 7, 8, heck, even 9 hours of sleep, what that does for your mental health when you're awake is night and day, like literally night and day. And that's why I was like proud when you started doing that, when you came up with the idea and we all kind of hopped in. It was like, okay, how do we do this? It was okay, it's going to help people, get the rest. And when they get the rest, everything else kind of starts falling into place when they're awake, And I went through that, man. I chased it. And I know there's people out there, like I was going to doctors, chiropractors, you name it.
ER back visits for like severe pain. Like,
do you remember that one Memorial Day we were at my mother's house? And I was literally on the ground just in so much pain because my back locked up. And it was nothing but muscle tension because it was just, everything was catching up to me. I couldn't get sleep. I couldn't whatever. And
it's a long story, but it came only when things were settled after a period of extreme stress in our lives. And that's really common for people that once you're not in that like emergency response state anymore.
It's called survival mode. I was in survival mode because we had a traumatic birth with our daughter, right? Like I almost lost you and her, you know, like that type of deal. And like for that 6 months while she was on oxygen and all that, it was like they said I was like going through basically PTSD from like calling the ambulance to come get you and all that kind of stuff. And once everybody was good, you were good, she was good.
We moved into
the house, we sold the house, like all that stuff. And then as soon as all that stress stopped, like I didn't feel anything. There was no pain. I was like, I was going to work, I was doing this, I was doing that. As soon as all that stopped and everything was settled, my body just went, just took a dump on me. And I remember I remember when it happened, I was at a hockey game and I jumped up to celebrate a goal, and all of a sudden I felt a twinge in my back. And I was like, man. And then from that twinge, I went to a chiropractor to try to get it out. And that pain just chased everywhere. Stuff started hurting where things don't normally hurt, you know? And that's when I read that book that Howard Stern always recommends, that Dr. Sarno book. It's like the mind-body healing connection thing. And that thing helped me out so much.
We both recommend that like all the time.
Shout out to Howard Stern if he's listening. He's favorited 2 of my tweets. That's
Really?
Howard Stern he's one of my heroes. I've listened to him since I was a kid. That's probably why I'm so jacked up. But he's recommended that book for so long, and then finally when some kind of pain hit me, I'm like, maybe I'll read this book. It helped me out a lot because I was going downhill fast, you know. So that's why, like, when I read some of your YouTube comments, like I understand what these people are talking about when they're like, Maddy, you helped me out so much to sleep, blah, blah, blah. Like, because when you find that one thing that helps you get the one thing you need to live, not one thing you need to live, but one of the important things you need to live is sleep, to live a long life.
Otherwise struggle with.
Yeah, and you're that person.
That makes me so happy. I never get enough of that comment. I'm so grateful. I always try to respond to everybody. It's nice to hear you say you think I have a whole arsenal, because from my perspective, I'm like, oh, Adam thinks I'm just reading again.
Well, I do. I'm like,
Maddie's just on the couch knitting.
Is she fucking knitting again?
What a loser.
Put that down. Dude, all right, I want to explain let me explain to people real quick about getting out of the car with this woman. We can be, she knows where we're going. She knows we're going to Walmart or Target. Yeah, she hears it. Maddie's talking to our dog.
She's probably not in frame right now.
Yeah. So she knows where we're going. She knows when we're going to get there. And yet when we pull up to the parking spot, shoes are off. She's still knitting. Purses is somewhere else. Like everything
it takes 4 minutes.
It takes 4 minutes for her to get out of the car.
And
I'm at the point of people think I'm like an asshole at the store. Like it's the first time, like we're on a date, the first time. I'm halfway to the store while she's still getting out of the car. Like, baby, lock the door. I'm like, they'll lock themselves. I'm going in the store. You knew we were coming here.
So rude. I've gotten so much better over time.
Yeah, but you know what makes me feel bad about that? Is your dad laughs because your dad has dealt with that.
Oh, I know.
With you and your mother, times two, his whole life. And he looks at me, he's like, I've dealt with that for the past 30 some years. So, yep, now it's on you.
My dad would be like a half mile ahead of both of us. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, well.
Whatever. If that's your worst trait.
Let's get back to me having a healthy arsenal of coping mechanisms.
Yes. I made a joke at your expense today to my sister.
What joke did you? Oh, I'm sure she ate it up.
I said
everybody loves jokes
they had that. They take one of their pugs to training.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, she used to bark at the vacuum cleaner all the time and go crazy, and now she doesn't because of her training classes.
Yeah.
And I said, you could have sent her to our house and saved the money because the vacuum never runs
That's
at our house.
That's a great joke.
It was pretty good. It's
not really at my expense because
see that fat boy move. Like, I couldn't get it all the way up, so you gotta like, yep.
Do you need assistance, baby?
Oh man, dude, I'm telling you, this knee injury put 17 pounds on me. I'm sure they could tell from episode 5 to 12. And we got 2 weddings to go to where I got to get a new suit, and I got to do one of those moves where you're getting it tailored. like, so like we have one in April and one in May, right? One in April here and the other one in May in New York. And I have to like tell the tailor like, I plan, by the time I wear it, I'm going to be a little bit more buff. So, make sure you leave some extra room. It'll be in March, like,
I love it.
Next month. I'm like, yeah, I plan on like 8 pounds, 9
I think
pounds.
I'm probably going to drop like, a baker's dozen in the next 3 weeks. Oh no. I know we've got an organizer girl coming to help with the closets, which are in a horrendous state.
Yeah.
And try to like figure out a shelving system. I don't know. But she came to look, and she was looking in your little closet, and she's like, oh, he probably doesn't wear most of this. And I kept it in my head, but I wanted to be like, well, he yo-yos. He's a yo-yoer, so we're going to want to keep from anywhere between 34 to 42. So technically, no.
So right now, he's not wearing those, but if he goes to the gym a lot, he could wear those. And if he starts eating, and it's like another holiday season, he's going to wear these.
These are aspirational for him, and these are aspirational for me.
If you heard of this inflation that they talk about, well, we have it in our house too. It has nothing to do with money. It's just my husband's waist size.
Oh well.
As long as you still love me, I don't care.
I do love you, baby. I feel guilty. I enjoy the weight gain, and then I know you don't like it.
I like it. Like before I hurt my knee,
a lot of guilt around.
Before I hurt my knee, when I was down at the gym a decent amount. Well, I wasn't down in weight, but I was putting on a decent amount of muscle, which our trainer always says that I have some of the most muscle she's ever seen.
The most,
according to those little machines that measure it. But like, I was feeling good because like, my body fat percentage was going down.
You were golfing.
Clothes were fitting better. Yeah, I was golfing every week.
Body was moving every which way.
Yeah.
Swinging.
My first round of golf was the other day. I played all right.
Yeah.
But, like no knee pain or whatever. So it was good. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm proud of you. I feel like you bounced back.
Thanks. I'm getting ready for the golf outing this May. It's another thing I got going on. We got so much going on.
I was gonna float family pictures to YouTube, but I know like you don't like when your weight's up. You don't want to take pictures.
No, I don't, because you have some of like when we had our son. Our son is like 6 months old.
Did like a Valentine's mini session.
Yeah, it's a Valentine's mini session, and it was basically Maddy, our son, and a beached whale in the picture.
With small hearts floating in the background.
You know what's funny is like that I was so soft, like SAWFT soft.
Yeah.
Like, because that was a time I didn't work out for like 18 months, like after I married you, because you're like, I like chubby guys. I'm like, oh, I don't have to go to the gym. Okay.
Let me shower you with affection.
Yeah. And it was just nothing but drinking, waking up, eating Taco Bell. Like I got so fat with very little muscle that like if I weigh 250 now, the 250 back then looked like like it's huge. Like 250 now because I have muscle because I've been working out, but I still have fat because I drink and I eat shitty foods, and so it's like kind of like a.
I think you looked very handsome at the time, but it is a stark contrast. That was a very doughy Mr. Syke.
Oh, it was very doughy. We should show the. No, I probably wouldn't even allow those pictures. No, they were bad. Sometimes I don't even like these seats because I kind of slouch in them and they make me look like.
Oh.
But whatever. Again, whatever.
Whatever. Oh, no, baby, you don't look like this. You look.
I'm sitting here complaining about my weight and I filled this much up with vodka. It's like 500 calories just in a thing. And it's like the least calorie thing.
I don't really know. I don't really know why the weight factor.
I don't know, doc. my RN that gives me my physical. How many drinks do you drink? Oh, 15.
You lie, and you're still in the alcohol.
I lied, and
even though you lied it down by like half.
I lied, and she still said I binge drink. I'm like, what the fuck?
I was lying.
Yeah. How many do you drink? I don't know, like 15. Oh, so like 2 a day. Like, Well, like I don't drink when I'm work days and stuff like that.
But then I make up for it.
But I make up for it. Yeah.
Working,
She goes,
by having like 6.
That's binge drinking. I'm like, what are you writing?
What are you
writing?
writing?
Stop writing. Stop writing. What do you mean binge drinking?
I think I misunderstood.
Yeah.
I meant 15 in a month.
Yeah. I shouldn't lie.
You shouldn't lie.
Do you lie on yours when you go to the doctor?
No, I don't lie on mine.
You know?
Oh, sometimes I've maybe been too honest. Now I wonder if I should. Now I wonder if I shouldn't say this, but I'm already going. The train is leaving the station.
Maybe I should lie.
But I had like a very, very conservative Southern OBGYN when we first moved here.
Yeah.
After I'd had our daughter. So like, anyways, I had to go and like talk about getting back on birth control and do all this kind of stuff eventually. Oh, this is such a convoluted story. I wish I hadn't started. I'm so sorry. But anyways, when we got to the point of being in a monogamous relationship, I said something about how I like girls and like sometimes I'm with girls.
She looked at you.
And just this like, no, it was a man. It was just like a Southern like gentleman man. Like he used to call me Shug. Oh, Shug. And he had like another male attending with him, and I'm just like spiraling about how like I like girls and like sometimes like my husband and I are with girls, and he's just like
Did you like deep? Did you show like deep into it? And like sometimes they're like really wet and it gets into the eyes. Do I need an STD test or like what do we do here, Doc?
Squirt in your eyes.
Yeah.
It's like,
Doc, help me out here.
like, do you do ocular STD?
I'm spiraling, Doc. Come on.
And I really wish I could stop talking, but I can't.
I can't stop talking, scissoring. Oh shit.
Like, you're married, right? You get it. Is your wife into girls? What does she look like?
Do you wish she was?
Do you wish she was?
Do you wish? Do you ever? Does that ever float your mind? Like, do you?
Oh, Shug. I can still clearly remember him saying, "Oh, Shug."
Because it's in your nightmares, probably.
It's in my nightmares.
Do you ever? Do you ever think couples are? No, how do I put that? Like, who do you think wishes things would be different more in a relationship? Like, because you see, we like sometimes we're friends with just like I just call them vanilla people.
Definitely,
like,
I definitely think of the male wishes.
The male wishes things were different. They wish like
majority of situations.
Okay. You think the girls just
what do you think? Well, I think girls don't have their needs met in different ways, and then that I could talk about this for ages.
Tell me how I'm not meeting your needs, because that's the way I just read that. Tell me, please.
Baby, you're letting me sleep in tomorrow. That's all I've ever wanted.
Isn't that the greatest Valentine's Day gift?
I'm so fulfilled in every way.
You should sleep in the other bedroom too, so you don't annoy me. I mean, so you can sleep in, as much as you want.
I mean, so I can fall asleep with the TV on. I mean,
no.
Poor Mr. Syke wants the TV on, and I love falling asleep with the TV on. Quiet and dark.
Dude, I would like when I was growing up sleeping, the when you got those new TVs, because I still had old TVs when I was really young where you had to go up and press the buttons. Like I fall in that mixed generation where I was like adjusting
Gross.
Antennas and whatever. I'm a silver fox. You adjust antennas, push the buttons on the TV, and then I also had the first TVs with sleep timers on them. And I lived in my basement when I was young. I'd put on the movie Tombstone. I'd set the sleep timer for night, because like that was like something new on a TV, sleep timer, right? Set that sleep timer to 90 minutes, and I would just fall asleep listening to Tombstone, the movie. Like Tombstone or Get Shorty, those are my two go-to movies, and the TV would just shut off.
That's awesome.
It was the greatest thing ever, and that's what happens when you watch Netflix.
Did you have
and
a
stuff.
VHS?
VHS, but then I graduated to like a DVD player, like I had like a first generation DVD player, before I went into the Air Force.
I remember having my little portable DVD player and taking it everywhere and just being like, oh.
We had those when we met.
Yeah, we had this when we met.
Yeah. I still remember we went to San Francisco before we got married, and we watched like The Rock on that little portable DVD player.
Gosh, on the flight.
All right, so back to I think so. I think no. What you're saying? You think women don't have needs met in one way?
Oh yeah,
I kind of get what you're. Go ahead. I'm gonna say. I think I know.
I think women have to have their needs met emotionally
And men sexually.
But if you meet a woman's emotional needs, then she will open up sexually.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
What
do you think the number one emotional need for a woman is? And let's label it as like, let's say a suburban mom right now, like kind of out where we live. What's what would your guess be that what is their number one emotional need?
To feel supported and assisted, I think.
Like assisted with kids and stuff like that. Like
and to feel like someone's listening, like, I don't know. This could be skewed because we know so many suburban moms. Like, all I know are suburban moms.
Yeah.
But the main complaint
and if you're watching this, we're talking about you.
No. I think the main complaint that I would hear from mom friends is like, oh, he just doesn't even care. I run the kids to ballet. I do this. I do soccer practice. I make dinner. And then when it's his turn, he doesn't even know, like, what
to do.
But then from my perspective, I'm like, yeah, but he worked all day. Like, he makes all of that possible. I don't know, like, help him, tell him what he needs to do. I'm sure he would love to be helpful, and then he would love if you in turn wanted him to like go down on you later.
Excuse me. No, that's good. No, I think you're 100% spot on with that. And
I'm oversimplifying everything, but I think in a lot of cases a woman needs like different emotional needs met.
Yeah.
And when those aren't being met, then she's just not going to be there sexually.
I don't know if it works this way for guys telling girls, but I know for guys like instructions. Like I would like I'm somewhat of an alpha male around the house when it comes to, hey, this needs to be done. This You know, I have my way. It's not my way or the highway, but it's like because I don't get like I just like, hey, we need to do this. We need to do this. Put this like it's kind of I try to keep things structured, quote unquote. But I like if I'm doing something that's like I'm trying to help you out, like so say something that's normally your quote unquote jobs, because relationships, you do have jobs in the relationships.
Like it makes it easy. You're gonna take the kids tomorrow. You don't normally do that. So today, like,
give me a list. Sign
the folders, like pack the snacks, pack the lunches. I put all the Valentine stuff like by the door, like so everything.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you like this, and this, and then please don't forget water bottles.
So like if I have that list of like, hey, you need to do this, this, or this, I don't look at it as being, oh, my wife's being bossy. I look at it as like, thank you. I love you so much. Thank you for giving me that list, because my mind is on 20,000 different other things, you know, whether it's construction project or whatever. I got all this stuff going on that I don't burden you with. That. Why do you laugh at me when I clear my throat?
No, it just seems like there's subtext to it. It's so funny.
No, there's no subtext.
I don't burden you with my stuff.
No, it's just a long. It was a long day. It was a long day.
I know. I'm all verklempt as well.
So, but like, yeah. So like, I just for you to be like, hey, here's your list of. People complain because I call them honeydews or whatever. No, give me honeydews. Give me that list. Give me that list I can complete, because I can complete it and then I can go pour a drink and be like, the list is complete.
I love lists. It. You love to do
give me a list.
To finish.
Give me a fucking list and
I
will
utilize
marry
that as
you.
much as I should.
Oh, I love lists.
I don't like to be bossy or like control your time.
Love it.
Yeah, you're a completer. You complete.
You complete me. What do you think is? What do you think should come first in a stalled marriage? You got a stalled marriage, and one wife is bitching about. Talking about. One wife is talking about he doesn't do anything, to help support, and then he's talking about she never has sex with me, she doesn't go down on me, like, and that's the stuff I like. Like, who makes the first move? Who should make the first move?
I don't know. I really don't know. I can see.
Is it sexist that I say I think the girl should? because let me explain this. I don't mean it in like it's her job to do it. It's just the easiest.
Yeah.
Like literally like a 15-minute.
The easiest thing to do is to like just throw in a random blowjob that's unexpected, and then the next day he's gonna be like, "Oh my god, can I
pack lunches today? Can I do whatever?
Why don't you go get a pedicure? Yeah, and I'll take care of dinner prep."
And I'll tell you what, if he's not, it doesn't mean he's a big piece of shit. But the wife should.
That doesn't mean that you have to be appreciative of sex with your partner.
No, you should. Not that you shouldn't. I don't know how to put it. Like basically, I think, like it, because we've done stuff like that before. Like she should even just be in like in a sexy way. Just be like, that's the type of stuff that you deserve for helping me. Like you kind of play into it. It's not like I don't want to be like it's a whole like role of a wife or role of a husband to do this or that. But if she's like cute winks and just like, hey, what you got last night? That's because I knew you were gonna get up and feed the kid. And it almost kind of trains the brain. It sounds weird, but it's just like, oh yeah, well man, this is fucking easy. Like take the kids to school makes my wife happy. My wife happy, makes me happy. Whether you know what I mean. Like, and it doesn't always have to be sexual. We're just using that as a thing. But if a thing is just like going out on date nights, like what if the wife doesn't really like going on date nights, but she kind of likes them if stuff's getting done around the house.
I think a lot, or maybe this is all like biased on people that we know and have known, but I think the wife gets resentful then, even if it's a date night, that like they had to plan and get the babysitter and like prep the pajamas for the kids. I don't know, all the things. Like it adds on extra work.
Yeah.
I think if it's like a surprise from
Wait,
husband.
are you trying to say
No? And this is assuming that it's like a cis like wife husband relationship. It could be any different type of.
What's cis mean again?
Like that you are
like a traditional guy, traditional girl, whatever you want to call it. That
you fit into like the role that you're born as.
Okay.
Like it's the expected.
What?
Expected.
Are you talking about like a him, her, she, or whatever you want to call it? She, her.
She, her with a he, him.
He, him, she, her.
That's like a cis. Yeah.
I was talking about that.
I think I was poorly explaining.
I don't think I've ever met. I don't think I've ever met somebody outside of the internet.
That was a they, them?
That was that cared about fucking pronouns. Literally, that cared about it. Like maybe they in their head,
I totally have.
Really, you did?
Yeah.
Have you ran into anybody that said they, them? And I have to say, I don't give a shit.
Maybe they didn't tell me that's what they wanted, but I heard other people refer to them. So that's what I would have said, because I'm very like, ooh, social cue.
Yeah.
You follow it. I didn't want to do like what makes people feel good.
You know me, like I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. If somebody like legitimately pulled me aside and said like, hey, like I kind of like to be called they, them, or they, or whatever, I'd be like, absolutely. Whatever you like, that's fine. I appreciate you telling me that. If they yell at me and like get like all like I'm a they blah blah blah, I will just literally tell them fuck off. Like I why are you mad at me? I didn't know. You see the difference there? If like if it's just somebody that's like really nice and just says, hey, I just preferred to be that, sure, absolutely. But if somebody like starts like ragging on me that I don't know, you should have known this and you should have known that, like don't tell me what I should have known. Like I have like kids and a job and like I don't study that shit like you do. All you have to do is just tell me nicely and I'll do it.
Try to do better.
I do try to do better, but if like it's like getting mad at me that I should have done this is like, and it kind of just goes into the general thing of like quit fucking getting mad at people that you don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like whether it's for something to educate somebody or for not wearing a bra or whatever, just fucking quit getting mad at people.
Oh, you brought it full circle, baby.
Yeah, thank you. I'm like, it's just like a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode. It started here, you didn't even know, and then all of a sudden it connects.
Didn't even see it coming back.
Didn't see it coming. And then I hit you with that. Boom. Boom.
podcast.
Yeah. Just stop being mean to people. Like, and even if you're trying to teach them something, like, and I'm saying this, and nobody's really ever yelled at me, but I mean, if they were just like, don't, how dare you say happy holidays to me, or how dare you say Merry Christmas to me? I'm like, shut the fuck up. You're lucky I said something to you. You know what I mean? I could have just went on my way and not acknowledged you, but I said Merry Christmas or I said Happy Holidays. One of the two. My general rule in that is obviously if I don't know you, I say Happy Holidays.
Yeah.
If I know you and I know your religion, like obviously I don't run up to like a Jewish person and say Merry Christmas, you know, that I know. So I just say Happy Holidays. Or if I really know they sell it, I'll say Happy Hanukkah, you know, or whatever, you know.
I'm the same. I generally say Happy Holidays, which is also
my
offensive
default
to people. People who want to hear Merry Christmas
if you get offended by Happy Holidays, you just go fuck yourself. Like honestly, again, that falls in the category as like you should just be happy I fucking said something to you, like nice. And on the other hand, you're also an asshole if you just always just say Merry Christmas no matter what. Like you'll walk up to a Jewish person like Merry Christmas, like cool.
Some
thanks.
people are aggressive with their Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Like if you're an aggressive Merry Christmaser, it's just like, and you know why you're doing it, then you're an asshole too. You know what I mean? Like there's both sides that are assholes, you know? Just like the fact that if somebody's just smiling to you and just says, oh, Happy Holidays or oh, Merry Christmas, like just be like, thank you so much. Thank you for acknowledging me and the holidays and everything. In the season. That's so nice of you. But again, most of that stuff lives on the internet though. So I'm just kind of like, you know, talking about internet stuff,
Mr.
you know.
Syke spends too much time on Twitter and thinks that he's going to have a confrontation that never comes.
I have it in my mind. I'm in the shower. I'm like, if some motherfucker yells at me today for saying Happy Holidays, I'm gonna get on him.
It's really not that different from people who spend their time and get their jollies off going through negative comments on YouTube videos.
You just went in full circle, and God damn it, that was so good. That was so good. You just went full circle. You're right.
Boom.
The arguments I have in my brain in my shower are the same as the arguments on YouTube, but I just have them in my shower with myself.
The rebuttal that you're prepared for before anyone has said anything to you about gender or
I'm prepared for
or
it.
phrasing
I'm prepared
or anything about holidays.
Nobody cares. That's the whole point. Like nobody cares about gender. Nobody in the real world cares about that. It goes to like all this.
Everybody just wants to be acknowledged. Everybody just wants to just not.
Yeah, but you're not
dismissed.
born with that right to be acknowledged. Does that make sense? Like you're just normal. Me and you are just normal. There's nothing special about you. There's nothing special about me. We're special in our own little worlds to each other.
I see what you mean.
But like everybody wants to be like this.
Doesn't owe you.
The world doesn't owe you anything.
Want from them
exactly. Thank you. So you said that perfectly.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I was ready to argue with you on that, and then I realized what you were saying.
You're not owed anything. You're not owed to be heard. You're not owed to not be offended. You're not owed anything. You're not born with those rights.
People say something or like be like, oh, typical thought or just whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not owed. They don't have to respect me. I'm not.
I
don't deserve.
But they can also be called assholes.
From them.
You know what I mean?
But that's a shit comment.
Yeah, it's a shit comment.
Someone you don't
You're an asshole. Like for saying that. Cool. Like, and everybody goes about their way. You know what I mean?
But just by virtue of being a woman, I don't necessarily deserve someone else's.
What was that? You sent me a comment today that somebody sent you.
Or reverence.
It was a good line, and I got to use it.
It was a really good comment.
What was it?
I almost want to dig it up.
It was something about
it was like how the world objectifies women, and then
when you take it into your own. When you objectify yourself, people get mad.
Get mad when you,
something like that. I don't know. It's pretty good.
When you take it into your own hands. Only we're butchering it, and it was well worded.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. All right, we gotta wrap this up, huh?
The world both objectifies women and then shames us when we take our image into our own hands.
Yeah, that's very, very true.
Power and respect to you.
That's so nice.
I didn't deserve that person's respect, but I will take it.
It's so cool when people are enlightened enough to like you see people like that are enlightened. You think like oh that person thinks like below or what is it above the surface or below the surface like
level.
They're next level thinking when you think something like that. Everybody else is just like ooh like you're just doing this like it's fucking my body. Shut the fuck up. Like you just stop. You know. But I don't know.
Something else to say about that, but I lost it.
Go real quick.
No,
we got like 5 more minutes. And then...
No, I've lost it, I think.
Really?
But Yeah, that was a nice comment. It is. It's next level.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody teach their own, and everybody's arguing on the internet, and I get it, but just my thing would be just don't. Like, there's no point. Like, if you don't like something, don't even. And I know, like, you technically work for all these platforms. You know what I mean? Like, you put your stuff out on them, but they're all like, you know, they want you to argue on there and keep you on the site and stuff like that. Just enjoy the content, and then go enjoy your life.
This might be, maybe this is like another topic for another day, but I kind of thought it was funny. I had a TikTok go off, and weirdly I know the numbers for what TikTok viral is, and it went well viral.
What is a TikTok viral? What's the numbers for that?
250,000.
That's viral on TikTok. 250,000.
Yeah, and then it goes up, and there are other increments. Okay. I was like, I know the numbers, and now I'm like, oh, what numbers? Like 1 million maybe is like.
Okay.
Ultra.
Go on. I didn't mean to sidetrack you.
Go on. Go on. Don't upset Gen Zers with how little you know about TikTok.
Gen Zers, Jesus. That's my favorite thing going on. Like somebody that just fucking rags on you or something like that, and I click on their thing, and they're like closer to our kids' age than, I mean, obviously than to us, but like they're like 6 years from like our kids' age, and they're calling like, this is the worst ASMR. throw up whore. Like it's like a 12-year-old girl. I'm like, what the fuck?
Who is supervising your internet time, madam?
Excuse me.
I would like a strongly worded.
Yeah. I know. I get like, but then I end up like I'm just like, oh, you know, it's a kid, whatever. But anyway, go ahead. What you're talking about TikTok.
So I had a TikTok go viral randomly, and the top liked comment was just someone dismissing it, just something kind of negative but not over the top, just like meh.
Yeah.
And then it was getting all these likes, so people were hate watching it and going through for the hate comments, but it drove massive amounts of traffic to my paid platforms and was super like beneficial and cool for me and unexpected. And so the person who made that comment was congratulating themselves on different videos.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, like keep doing that. Just keep throwing shade because it worked out awesome for me.
Yeah.
Like, I hope that you made a significant amount of money as well, like in subscriptions.
How much money do they make from that? 0. Yeah, those are the people that are like,
it's in the self-congratulation is interesting.
The self-congratulation, you see it on Reddit.
Yeah, like I'm glad you got those likes, man. Cool. Yeah. I dig it. It was good for me as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
High fives all around.
We'll all high fives. Yeah, I don't get those, like that whole, I think that comes from Reddit of like after they put a comment and some people like it and like whatever, and they go back to the comment and like, oh my God, thanks guys. Like, and they just keep on like thanking people. Thanks for like, because it makes them feel good. And I get it, dude. I'll post something on my personal Facebook page, and if it gets like more likes than normal, I'm just like, thanks, cool, I feel good.
Yeah, it's like an upvote thing.
It is an upvote thing,
and
but
no shade to
it is so
doing
stupid
that.
Though.
But it's
I will say it's so stupid.
It was funny how much that person wanted to like reiterate.
Yeah.
And then on other videos was like, oh,
is that the one that like
one.
But he also hated you, like he commented on some other video like how he hated you, which is like, if like your comment brought so much interaction that it made the video go viral. Mm-hmm. And if he hated you, like he helped you. Does that make sense? So like,
interesting use of time. Yeah. To be honest, any comment helps me if you're just looking at numbers.
True. Yeah.
So I think people just aren't aware of that.
Or
they wouldn't bother.
You know what's funny? It's because they hate you so much. Those people that downvote and you leave the nasty comments, they hate you so much. But this is a funny thing. Their need to be heard or liked trumps their hate for you, because if they really, 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 really hated you, they would never click on the video and they would never comment on the video, because those two things make the video better in the algorithm. So it's funny. It's almost a narcissistic thing that they're just like, my hate for her is so much, but I still want to have the validation of people liking my comment. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's so interesting that you say that. Yeah, that's true.
All right, I think that's a good spot. Yeah, I think that's a good spot to end. Did you watch the Super Bowl today?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
We weren't together today. By the way, I was out and about doing work stuff, and that's why. I'm like, we're a married couple. I'm like, did you watch the Super Bowl? Like, aren't you guys married? Don't you guys fucking live together?
I hope you have a good Valentine's Day tomorrow.
Yeah. How long did you spend in the puppy bowl with the kids? Did they like it?
Yeah, they loved it. It was about 50-50.
Good.
It's really awesome, that Snoop Bowl.
Snoop Bowl?
Why did I say that? I'm sorry, everyone.
Did you eat a caramel already?
Yeah, I did earlier.
Did you? Nice.
I did. Hope I didn't say anything ridiculous on the podcast. It was really awesome that Snoop
What podcast? No.
Dogg
Snoop Dogg
was both like officiating or coaching, I guess, the Puppy Bowl. It was like he was on one team and Martha Stewart was on the other team.
Yeah.
And was one of the halftime acts. So double dose Snoop Dogg. It was just a great.
Okay, so you know it wasn't like he wasn't running back and forth. The Puppy Bowl was filmed prior to that,
Do
right?
you think that was pre-taped?
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
It wasn't live.
I'm not sure.
Trust me on this one. All right. Awesome podcast. Thank you so much. I love you.
Awesome podcast. I love you.
Yeah.
I want to hear so much more about what you think, how people can fix their relationships. That was so interesting to me.
I'll give that to you next podcast.
I hope I didn't misrepresent any
women,
genders, fluidity, nor viralness.
Yeah. Well, here's something.
I feel
from
I've
Miss
said
Syke.
some wrong things.
I do care if I misrepresent only to the people that don't care that I misrepresent. Does that make sense? It's like a trade-off. Like if you don't care I misrepresented you, then that's the ones I feel bad about. If you care that I misrepresented you, I don't care. It's like, I don't know how to explain that, and I hope people feel that same way as me. Like, if you're a nice person, you're like, oh, that's okay, don't worry about it. Then I'm a nice person, like, no, I really should have got that.
Yeah.
But if you're like angry at me for it, then I'm just like, well, I just don't care. Fuck you. Like, what do you want me to do?
Mr. Syke is a fighter, everyone, but he's getting more woke bit by bit.
Yeah.
by bit.
No, I was woke of my generation.
Yeah.
As I get older, I look at some of the new woke, and I'm just like, all right, guys, let's calm down.
I said something not woke to our kids today, and then I was worrying about it and going over it in my head, trying to rephrase it, and then I was like, no, like that was the appropriate way to describe it. Should I say it? Will you cut it if you think it's? I don't know.
Were you like,
I felt bad.
It wasn't that many during the Holocaust.
No, oh my God, stop it. Literally, I would never. I've like wept talking about the Holocaust and 9/11. I started bawling when I was talking about 9/11.
All right, go ahead. What was it?
Mom, okay.
And we're back.
We're back. All right.
That was an appropriate conversation with our daughter to put on the podcast.
It was
TMI. TMI. But it was good. You were a good mother, and that was a good thing to say.
It was too revealing. Yeah.
No, that was good. You didn't do anything bad. That was good. But it was too much.
Just reveals too much about
yes
our place in the world, or area of the country.
But anyway, all right, good podcast. I know we said it a bunch of times. We gotta stop. We gotta go.
Yes.
I gotta go to bed because I gotta get up early.
Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's.
It's from 30 Rock.
Yep.
Which we quote daily.
All right,
cool. Well, I love you.
I love you too.
And
bye.
Well, next episode, hopefully we won't wait so long.
I know. It's like a bi-monthly podcast right now.
You know what we didn't talk about? Shoot, we can't. We'll talk about it next time, which will make us do another video soon.
Yeah.
Is you made the video for Tom Segura?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah.
at
No.
all.
Okay. No, we can't talk about it right now. We've already said goodbye.
Okay.
We'll talk about it next time.
Okay.
It was awesome.
I've got a Two Bears ASMR idea that I've been working on for so long, and so maybe I'll actually release that by the time
we
do.
Maybe. Okay. We won't talk about it. Next episode. You'll talk about because the video was hot. I wonder if you even saw it. Okay.
Yay,
Stop talking about it. Okay.
If you saw it. Okay.
All right. Bye guys.
Bye.